In this module, we will see how to calculate the value of NMN at all the edges that is present between the values of I and J. For example, we can calculate the value of S11, S21, S32, S34, and so on. By doing so, we have to consider the maximum value of M and N that will be considered and will be considered for the calculation of the next edge, but the lower value in this case will be discarded and it will not be considered. So by considering the maximum value of each edge, we will proceed further by using the dynamic programming. So if we want to calculate the weight of, for example, S12, then we have to consider the maximum value for either this one or this one. So the value which have the higher value will be considered. For example, if want to calculate the value of S12, first we have to consider S11. We have to minus the value of J minus 1. We know the value of J is in this condition is 2. So we will minus 2 minus 1 will be 1. So the value will come as S11. Then we have to consider the weight of the edges between this one, that is 1, and the actual value 12. Similarly, we have to consider the weight edges of 02. So in this case, we have to consider the value of I minus 1 in this case. If we consider I minus 1, then this 1 will become 0 and the J value will remain the same. Again, we have to calculate the weight of the edges between this one and the original value 1 and 2. So if we consider these values in the real time by using this grid, so we can assume that this 1 and 1, because we know this is sync 0, 0, and this is 0, 1, this is 1, 0, and this is 1, 1 position, and 1, 2 position is this one. So if we consider this one 1, 1 and 1, 2, we have to see the values of 1, 1, 1, 1 is 4 and the value of 1, 2 is 2. So if we plus 4 into plus 2, it will become 6. So the value of the weight of edges between 1, 1 and 1, 2 will be 6. Similarly, we'll consider this 0, 2 and 1, 2. So 0, 2 is this position that has the value of 5. So we will write here 5, and again the same 1, 2 has the value of 2, and we will add 2 in the 5, and the value weight of 0, 2 and 1, 2 will be 7. So in these two values, 7 is the higher value, so we will consider 7. So that's why you can see this arrow is in the bold. So it means that the path of the torus will be from here to here, not from here to here. So the bold arrows will show the path of the torus that has the maximum value. So if we want to calculate the value of S22, again we have to consider two possibilities. In the first, we have to consider J minus 1, and if we consider J minus 1, the value will become 2 and 1. And if we, in the second case, if we consider I minus 1, value of I is 2, and that will come to be 1 and 2. And again we have to calculate the weight edges of these two values 2, 1 with the original 2, 2. And if we calculate this one, it comes out to be 17, because we know this is the position 1, 1, this is position 2, 1, and this is position 2, 2. and this is 1 2. So we have to consider 2 1, that is the value of 10, and we have to compare this with the 2 2, and 2 2 is value of 7, and it comes out to be 10 plus 7 is equal to 17. On the other hand, we have to consider the weight values between 1 2, that is this one, with the original value of 2 2. In this case also 1 2 value is 7, and if we add the value of 2 2, that is 5, it comes out to be, we add 7 plus 5, this will come out to be 12. So in this case we will consider the value of 17, 2 1 and 2 2. So in this case we have all seen that if we consider 2 1 and 2 2, this will be the path of the tourist, and that's why it is written in the bold arrow. So it means the path of the tourist will be from 2 1 to 2 2. So similarly, if we will calculate the value of S32, again we will do the same as we have done previously, and we will calculate the value between 3 1 and 3 2. And in this case we know that if we see 3 1 is the value, this one 3 1 value, and the 3 2 is this one. So if we see 3 1 has the value of 14 and 3 2 is the value of 3, and if we'll add it will come out to be 17. And similarly we have to calculate the value of 2 2 with 3 2. So 2 2 value is 17, and this is value of 5. If we add it will become 22. So the tourist will, if want to reach at 3 2 position, then it has to, or he or she has to follow the path of 2 2 2 3 2 this way in the direction of south, and that's why it is written in a bold arrowhead. So the path of tourist will be this way. So it will reach here, and that will be the maximum value, and maximum value means S is equal to N M, and this means that this path if will be followed and his as a value of 30, it means this path will have the maximum number of tourist attraction, and by using this path tourists will see the maximum number of buildings and tourist different paths.